What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Christian Vibes TV, Ghana's #1 gospel entertainment blog house, your favorite gospel channel for all your gospel entertainment news and everything that you can think of. My name is Nazi Brown, and yeah, if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button down below and click on the bell beside it to receive post notifications and alerts. I love you for coming this far. I mean, it's very, very interesting. You're supporting our brand, everything we put out here. You come in on our channel to view it. So today I'm reacting to a very interesting story that actually popped up. I saw, and it's really interesting. I mean, usually we go to church. We go to church and we do a lot of activities. We go to church and a lot of things happen in church. But this thing that I'm going to talk about is like one thing that happened in church that caught people's attention. And I think it is one thing that is not in only one church, but a lot of churches see this. And so if we can, I think after this conversation, probably we should have a change of mind before we go into it. Let me just read a little bit of the information, the story, so I get a glimpse of what I'm going to talk about here. So the story goes like this. This matter I dey come talk be some way, but here it goes. I've been working as an usher in my church for a couple of years now, and I have a good relation with the heads of the church and almost all the church members. So this conversation is about a church usher. So a church usher came into reality about one of the things that ushers go through, and he shared a story on Facebook, and that's what we are reacting on as Christians. I mean, what we are supposed to do as Christians when we come into contact with such situations. Now, the guy they talk to, he say, 2 weeks ago, a new member of the church accused me of stealing his iPhone 13 during church service. So remember, we come the church fresh. You remember, you come church, you come meet usher. Usher did the church several years. Remember, they can't accuse usher, say usher stealing iPhone 13 for church. No be anywhere for church. Charlie, let's continue the story. I was so humiliated. I did all I could to defend myself, to let people around know, and her also know that I know nothing about the missing phone. But she claims that she left the phone on charge in a socket nearby and went to the washroom. According to her, I was the last person she saw around the phone. Hence, I'm guilty of her missing phone. Man, you carry iPhone 13, come church, come charge. Usher come pass for that side, so usher steal the phone. Some of you Christians, you make Christianity so difficult, Charlie. Why say you can't charge your phone self for church? Why the church it be charging be? You come church, then right say charge your phones on this man. How are Christians reacting? Why do some Christians do this? You make people suffer in church. Now this guy says he feels humiliated, or he feels humiliated by what you did. You take your iPhone 13, so what? You take your iPhone 13, come church. They come chat. Make usher get problem. Let's continue the story. So the guy they talk say, I was embarrassed by church elders and suspended, even though there was no evidence and no one seemed to believe me. Tell about the church leaders to why. Like if we investigate the thing well. See, somebody accused somebody for church inside, say the person bought his phone. Someone has accused someone of stealing a phone in church. And the best thing that the church leaders did was to go straight and suspend the guy. I mean, if that is what the church leaders did, then that was so lame. Because we are reacting from what a guy posted on Facebook. Maybe the church leaders might have their side of the story. But if that is exactly what the church leaders did, then it was so lame. You don't accuse a new member, accuse an old member, not just a member, but an usher, of stealing his or her iPhone. And just because she's a new member, the church goes ahead and suspend the guy. This is so wrong. This is so wrong. Let's continue the story. It goes like, well, yesterday, that's a time ago, I had a call from my head of ushers department at church telling me that the phone that was lost has been found. And so, I have to come back to my duties. because the phone was returned by another new member who picked the phone from the charging slot, and he was guilty of returning the phone. Someone knew. I be shy. Now the phone way, sake of the phone, you demote somebody or you relieve the person of his duties. The phone has been returned. And you are calling the guy back to come and be an usher again. See, we have stories in the Bible that actually inspires us in instances like this. We can make mention of the story of Joseph in prison, where the cupbearer was sent back to the king's palace to be a cupbearer. I mean, once a cupbearer, you go to prison and come back as a cupbearer again. So you think like once an usher, he goes into suspension and comes back as an usher again. These are like real life situations that we are talking about here. As Christians, these are things that dominate in our churches. Some of us put ushers and other departmental leaders in trouble a lot. That church leaders don't even trust them. Church leaders don't even find them worthy of the positions that they hold because of one member's mistake. See, this is like really wrong. So the guy is actually complaining. He says like the church has apologized. But what his problem is now is he doesn't feel like going back to being an usher again. Because one, the church embarrassed him. Not just embarrassing him like in secret, embarrassed him in public. And suspended him and relieved him of his duties. So like he goes to church normal, he sits in the back. Everybody be asking him like, why? Charlie, why? Today you know the usher. Then you see in church we have the gossip. Charlie, then say you go boss iPhone 13 away, then relieve him of his duties. Now you found the phone and you want the guy to come back and work again. Man, Christianity should not be boring. And so we should find a way to make our Christendom look nicer. If issues like this happen in the church, we expect the church leaders to stand up and do proper investigation. Not just put or jeopardize people's integrity and put them into trouble. This has been Christian Vice TV reacting to what happened in one church in Ghana about a Christian, a church usher being demoted or being relieved of his duties after being accused of stealing an iPhone 13. If you're watching this, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and see, you church members, you don't worry, you don't make with the bread. Church members, you make ushers the bread, ushers for church inside. So ushers go talk, you say, please come and sit here. This place has been arranged for you. Come and sit here. You have been given this seat to sit on. You never go sit down. You go always go day back. Go make ushers them are work difficult for church. Now you see what you cause. Church members, change your ways so that ushers will have peace in church. Today I came for the ushers. I'm the messenger of the ushers. Not just the messenger, but I'm the one who is delivering the ushers into a new dimension. See, if you're an usher and you have a problem with your church member or church leader, just don't take it long. Just move to them, talk to them, and have things sorted out. So yeah, if you're watching this has been Christian Vice TV, your #1 gospel entertainment blog house in Ghana, West Africa. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not subscribed yet. And hey, my name is Neza Brown. Follow us on our socials at Christian Vibes GH, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook at Christian Vibes GH. Christianity is never boring. Catch you next on our next episode.